Good afternoon, everybody. Eddie the Block here at Relic Extractors. Um, got a bunch of stuff ready to go today that's getting put up for sale. So we got a lot to cover here in a short amount of time. I don't know how long my phone is going to last since I have some files on here that I can't delete that I need for something else at the moment. And the wife is busy with the tablet, so we'll see how this goes. So without me wasting any time, I'm going to jump right into it. We have a lot of beers, sodas, a little whiskey flask, Burnett's gin, some poisons, well, insect poisons anyway. Some other, common stuff and some kind of rare stuff. So, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Pepper sauce bottle, milk bottle, that mustard jar I dug up a couple weeks ago, that rare Golden's jar. So let's just jump into it right now. So the first one I have up here right now spinning around is acid etched applied crown beer. I got the carousel off right now just so I can have the flashlight on it so you can see the detail here with the acid etching. They're hard to see. Like when you first dig these bottles up, it's very hard to notice that. And a lot of guys just throw them away. They're not really rare or anything like that, but they're a nice bottle, and they do date to the mid 1880s to around 1890s. Like I said, it is an applied crown. You can see the right there where the top meets the top of the neck meets the top there. Big droopy blob in it there where it's hanging down. There is no chips or cracks in this at all. It is, a little dirty. With these, if anybody was to tumble these, you obviously can't tumble the outside. Otherwise, you'll lose that acid etching. You'd be defeating the purpose of tumbling this. So I would probably just have the inside done if anybody was thinking about doing that, and don't touch the outside. And so I'll let that spin on the light here for a second. We'll shut the flashlight off so you can kind of see the color. It's a nice yellow olive color. There's the top. And it does have a slight little kick up in the base. You can see right here. And let me see if we can get it. Yeah, you can see how it probably kicks up about an inch into the bottom. It's not ponnelled, so it's mold formed that way. Alright, so that's that one. And next, well, just so everybody knows, here I am not even including the price on that. The acid etched beer here, $8 plus shipping. Okay. And the next one, I believe this was a new old stock bottle. It obviously was not a dug bottle. It does have a couple little light surface scratches in it. It is a Schaefer, F&M Schaefer Brewing from New York. Nice aqua color. Like I said, just got a couple little light scratches. Probably an attic find, or it could be a new old stock bottle that was never used. But then again, it may have had the wire bail and ceramic stopper on it. This is a pre-prohibition beer. And it's got some nice embossing on it. I think that's actually a nice banner there with a beer keg in the middle. And on the bottom, see where it's New York registered. 12.5 ounce size. F&M Schaefer Brewing. I don't know if there's anything on the base of this or not. No, just a smooth base. But look at the color on that bottle. It's clean as a whistle. Like I said, outside of a couple light surface scratches. Beautiful, like seafoam, greenish aqua color. Really nice. Let's see what the top looks like through here. Same thing, you see the color in the top. Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to go get myself a black light. Actually, I have a black light. I just need batteries for it. And I'd be, like hanging that up over the top here. Down, on certain bottles to see how they glow. To see if there's any manganese or selenium in the glass. It would pick up the color. So the Schaefer beer here, we're going to be letting that go for $5. I think that's actually very cheap for that bottle. It's as good a shape as it's in. Next up we have a beautiful, this is very hard to find too, guys. Like an emerald green Liberty Brewing Company from Pittston, PA. It's the only one I've ever gotten. And like I said, it's kind of a hard bottle to find, especially just the color alone. For a pre-prohibition beer, in this color is hard to come by. So we'll be letting this one go for $15. And then I'll zoom in on the embossing. It's right across the shoulder, all the way around. Liberty Brewing Corporation. And then on the bottom, Pittston, PA. Registered 12 fluid ounces. Now, another thing, too, is some of the older Prohibition beers. Let me do the top here and show you the color of this while I'm talking here. The size, the contents, 12 ounces, 12 and a half ounces, 13 ounces. Was about the average within the same time period from, anywhere from like 1900 to just before pre-prohibition, like around 1920. Then you had some off sizes that were, 14 ounce. You do see 16 ouncers today. Obviously, anybody who's chugged a big can of Budweiser or a bottle of Budweiser. And then there's the base and the glassmaker's mark. But again, so the Liberty Brewing, $15. Next one we have up is Capital City Brewing from Indianapolis, Indiana. Really nice amber bottle. I mean, it's really nice. It's just as clean as the that Schaefer. Again with this one too, I don't think this one was a Doug bottle either. We'll do $10 on the Capital City from Indianapolis here, and let's see if we can get in on that. Really nice shoulder embossing, nice logo. And it says the taste tells. And FI company. Okay, here's the up through the top. No chips or cracks. Again, another pre-prohibition, 1915 era, 1910, 1915 on the average of these. This one's really clean and nice. Again, the Capital City beer, $10. Okay, now, next, next we have an Amber Pabst beer. These are relatively common. I mean, the one I'm chasing of this is the Blob Top. Another pre-prohibition, anywhere between 1890s to 1915. This one I would put at around 1910, 1915. It's the classic hop leaf design and a slug plate here. It's actually like the double circle slug plate, and there's the hop leaves in the middle with the Pabst logo, trademark, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And on the back heel, registered this bottle not to be sold. And it's actually fairly clean for a Doug bottle. It's not too bad. But again, these are relatively common. So the Pabst here will go for $5. And let's see what we got next here. Is a nice Orange County Brewery shoulder embossed Pre-Prohibition Crown Top beer. And these are Doug. You know, most of all these that I've got, I've either dug or I've picked up, and because people just leave them lying around again because they're fairly common. It's like nobody really wants them anymore. I only take them every once in a blue moon if it's in halfway decent shape or better. $5 for the Orange County Brewery, and we'll get some nice colors going here for you. See, no chips in the top. Okay. Get the emboss. It does have very strong embossing on this one as well. And there's the base. Again, really nice color to it. Registered not to be sold. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to switch it up off of the beer bottles now. This is a nice blob. I've dug a few of these, but they're not too common. It's Agua de Rubanad Condal. It's a mineral water. And it's a lot lighter. It's not as thick of glass as the beers or some of the sodas. Okay, and then it does have like a little, that's on the inside, like a little rust stain there on the inside. Get up here on the embossing a little bit. Okay, let's look at the top. Nice icy light aqua color. Got a nice long bubble right there in the neck. There's a little wavy. It's got some whittling to it, but not a lot. And then you can see how like thin the base is here compared to the other bottles. Really nice color though again. And just about all these that I have, except for the clears. So, okay. So after that, this here, the mineral water here is $8 for the Condal mineral water. And next we have a nice Art Deco bottle from 1920s. Actually, kind of hard to find this checkerboard pattern on this Leo Sheparitis from Pittston, PA, same city that the Emerald Liberty Brewing is from. It's from when I used to dig up in Scranton area a few years back. And we'll see if we can. This is a little hazy on the inside, so it's hard to see. I'll have to show you in little bits and pieces here. 7-ounce size. Registered. Again, it says 7 ounces on the heel. There's that nice checkerboard pattern. There's the top and the bottom. And if it looks a little yellowish to you here, that's because there's probably selenium in the glass, and it was outside for a little while. So if this bottle was to get nuked, like you see the purple bottles people sell on eBay all the time, which is, from irradiating them, this would turn like a smoky amber color from being nuked. And I don't like it when people do that and try and pass them off as a rare bottle, because it's not the real color. It's no different than if it was like you see here in my hand. Big misconception with people listing them as rare when they are a modified bottle. So on the Leo Sheparitis, we'll go $12 on the Leo Sheparitis here. Next we have a really nice, and it's a hard to find, another Scranton bottle. Well, Scranton area. It's A.W. Schrader, who also made beer, in blobs and hutch top bottles as well. This is a 1920s Art Deco, and it's hard to find. They're not like extremely rare, but I'll be putting this one up for $15. Let's get a hold of some of the details here for you. There you see David Schrader, nice rib design, scalloped shoulder area, and it's kind of weird. It's hard to see here on the camera, but the A.W. Schrader company is in like a diamond kind of cutout, and then the rib again around the heel area. And it's the same on this side. There you go. You can see the top, nice and clean, no chips and cracks, nice and smooth. Turn this over. There you can see on the bottom it says Scranton, PA. And the Schrader will sell for $15. And let's see what else we have here now after Schrader. Where's that Golden Star? Here it is. We have a Golden Star bottling company from another Art Deco. And this one was dug. It has a little bit of staining on it, but no damage. It's from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Again, Art Deco era, 1920s soda. During Prohibition era, a lot of brewers turned to, making soda to survive the Prohibition era. Some of them claimed to have them filled with soda, but they were kind of bootlegging the beer too back in the day. And so this one here will put up for $5. It's fairly common. Let's get you a little bit of the nice star in the middle there, a diamond-shaped slug plate. Recessed paneled bottle. Says not to be sold up there. Bethlehem, PA there. There's the top. And you can kind of see the panels right here as we're going down around the shoulder area. And then on the base, it's got the star. And again, you can see that yellowish color from the selenium in the glass. And again, the Golden Star soda for $5. That's actually a good deal for that one. So, okay, guys, I'm going to put you on pause here for a minute because I got to move some stuff around and make some room for some others so we can keep going here. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, next up here we have a pair of mid-1870s to 1880s three-piece mold blob top beer bottles. You can see how dark, it's so dark, the glass, that the light on the turntable isn't even shining through it. I don't know if flashlight here is going to be any brighter. But let's see. barely. I mean, you can barely see the light in there. You can hold it sideways. You can see it's a really nice dark olive color. And right there at that point is the one bottom piece of the mold that goes around, and then this is the other seam that goes up the side. And let's see if we can. Can't really tell here either this way. But there you can kind of see the color. Nice bottles. Tops are slightly different. This one here is a little bit taller. It's got a little bit more of a taper to the top. I don't know if they're both embossed on the bottom. I know one is. Let's see what we got here. Let me see if I can turn this light on the other way. And you see like a number 6. And looks like a letter S on that one. Let's see what the other one has here. Well, at least you can kind of see the color on this one. And yeah, this one here, it's hard. It's really set in there. Let's see. Looks like a letter B right there. And something else. It's hard to make out. So anyway, we got the 2 of these here for $8. Okay, 3-piece mold, blob tops. Okay, set these aside. Next up, we have a pair of really nice. It's more of a forest green. I wouldn't call this olive green. Double collar top beer bottles. From what I've been told, these are actually Danish, and they do have a nice applied double collar top on them, which you can see right there. And the one's got a really nice sag in it. Let's see if we can see that on here. You see that big drip right there. So that was really crudely applied on this one. And it's hard to see through the top, but and I think they were actually turn molded. I see some, it's hard to see here, but I think I can see some turn lines in these, which was pretty common for those. So again, for the pair of those would be the same as the 3-piece mold. We'll go $8 on the pair of the double collar blobs. All right, switching gears a little bit. This is a Error Bronson A-hole half-pint milk bottle, like a 10-pin, like a bowling pin shape. This is an Error. It's misspelled Brunson. Kind of hard to come by. And usually when you do find them, they do have some type of damage to them. This does have some interior staining and a little bit of rust staining on it, but there are no chips or cracks on it. That does have a... I think that's just a bubble here on the inside. Right there. Okay, that's a bubble on the top. Like I said, it's a half-pint size. You see where it says Brunson and not Bronson. Milk and Cream, Middletown, New York. There's the base. Nice slug plate with strong embossing. And like I said, these are hard to find. Last one I sold for $22 and change. Now I'm going to be letting this one go for $15 plus shipping. And so that's that. Next, we have a really nice... Still got some condensation in it, so don't think that those little bubbles that are in there, it's just condensation from me rinsing it out. It's a really nice pepper sauce bottle. Nice fluted panels on it, and then it's got another secondary embossed panel within each one of those. 6-sided, I do believe. Oh, I just got some water on my turntable here. Hold on a minute, guys. I don't want that to get rolling. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Good enough. It'll dry. I just had a little bit of ice in it. It was outside. That's why it melted from sitting here. So, let you get a good look at it here. And it's a double. I guess you would call that a double collar top. Anything that's got that secondary ring. And you can see a little bit closer up the panels. And then that secondary panel on the inside. There's the top. And there's the base. Okay, so on the pepper sauce, we'll go $5 on the pepper sauce. Again, that's a really good deal on that. I've sold them for $10, $12. And, like I said, I'm just trying to dump off a bunch of things that not that I don't want, it's just that I'm not too interested in them too much anymore. Next up, we have a nice, really nice wide mouth Newark Milk Company. It's probably a cream or cottage cheese with that really wide mouth on it, but it's really clean for the most part. Couple little light scratches on it, but really nice embossing on both sides. Got a nice monogram here on the back, which we'll get to in a second. And you can see the top here. Alright, let's tilt it so you can take a good look at it. And show you all the bells and whistles on this one. 47 Waverly Ave, Newark, New Jersey. And then on the back side, it says 1 pint, and it's got a big CW monogram there. And then on the base, it's just got a big N for Newark. You can see it right there. Okay, so on the Newark milk bottle, we'll go $10 on this. And actually skipped over. I'm kind of got a list here of what I'm going down, and so I skipped one. Got that rare Golden's mustard barrel that you guys saw on one of my earlier videos. So these go for around $10 to $15. Like I said, no interest really to me because I don't really collect condiments, too often. I did decide to keep this one just, for the purpose of selling it, if anyone is interested in it. Like I said, I did get a price on it, $10 to $15, maybe $20 tops. So, putting this one up for $8. It's really nice, for what it is. Nice barrel shape. Probably held little, like, pickles or olives or capers, or mustard. It doesn't say that it's mustard, even though Golden's was a mustard. We all know that. So let's hold this up here and get a good look at it. There's the top. This cleaned up really well, too, for me digging it. If you folks, I know I got a lot of new subscribers. I don't know if you've watched any of my older videos, but you can go back in and see. It says 7 ounce. Average capacity. Charles Golden, New York. It's got the nice 3 rings on top, 3 rings on the bottom. And that's another thing, too. I've seen him when I was, researching this with 3 rings and 2 rings, or 3 rings on the bottom, 2 rings on top, or just a single ring, or just 2 rings top and bottom. So there's different variants to this as well. Couldn't really tell you which one's rarer than the other. So, again, so we'll be letting the Golden's mustard here go for $8. Alrighty. And next we have another lot of bromos. I'm not going to get too fancy with them. I'm just going to put them all up here kind of for you to look at. Some are darker than others. That's pretty good. I guess it's getting lit up pretty good for only one, for them being surrounding the light. $8 for all 4 bromos. And take these off here. Let me see if I can just pick one of the better ones. This one looks like one of the better ones. Yeah, I mean, you can read it. Still, that's one. There's 2. There's 3. This is more, this one here I got in my hand, it's hard to tell in the light, but me looking at it is more of a purplish cobalt in color. And then this one here is really, really dark. I mean, really dark. Can't even read the embossing. It's that dark on the light hitting it. Look at the color of that, boy. That thing glows blue. So again, all 4 of those for $8. Next we have a nice little Bell Ann's tablets. Nice little amber medicine. And the Bell Ann's will sell for $5. Actually, I might have a cork that fits that. I don't know. I try and save my corks when I dig bottles up that that have the corks in them. I try and save them as best I can. For some, to repurpose them into other bottles. And there you can see where Bell Ann's. I said, well, Bell and Company Incorporated, Orangeburg, New York, USA. Right there. Bell Ann's for indigestion. So it's probably like a Alka-Seltzer or something like that from back in the day. Again, the Bell Ann's bottle, $5. And next we have a nice Cabot's sulfonathol medicine bottle. Nice amber color. Really nice embossing on it. No damage, just got some interior haze. And here's the top. I should probably about 1890s. There's the nice embossing on it. And it's like basically it's a I would call it an 8-paneled because the corners are squared off. Well, 6-paneled actually, the 2 front. And the Cabot's here, $10 plus shipping. Okay, next we have a lot of guys throw these out. Like I said, they don't look for, if there's nothing on embossed on the face of these guys just throw stuff out. This is actually a Paul Jones flask, space embossed. Not worth a whole ton, but I'm going to put it up for $5 if anybody's interested in this. So sell it for $5, and it's pre-Prohibition, right around 1910. Let me see if I can get that lettering. There you can see where it says Paul Jones on the base. Let's see if we can get the top. You can see the shoulders anyway, and this is seam side. Most of the other flasks that we dig up there are the strap-sided warranted flasks are what mostly is found up there. So again, $5 for the Paul Jones whiskey. And All right, guys, I'm going to put you on pause again for just a minute here so I can clear the space out and gather up a few more, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so I made a little room here to get the, this is the last 5 bottles for today here that I'm going to be listing for sale. And this is a really nice, heavily embossed Burnett's gin, and there's a couple different variants of this as well. This is the one that's really heavily embossed, and that's the trademark right here, which is I don't know, it seems to be like a crown. Got a really nice, wicked double collar top. And it says this bottle is not sold, but remains property of Sir Robert Burnett, R. Burnett and Company, London, England. So it is imported. And again, it's got some really, really super nice color to it. No damage. For a large bottle, it's hard to find one, dig one up like this without any damage on it. Nice color to it. She's got a little bit of dirt in the base, but really nice. So I'll be putting that up for $15 plus the shipping. And then after the Burnett's, we have, this is really, this is one of the poisons, well, actually insect killer, bottles. This is like a really, almost like that Patterson Brewing and Malting beer I listed yesterday. It's got that like, almost like a, what they call a ball blue, like a ball mason jar blue color to it. It's a Salades mosquito bite cure and insect destroyer out of New York. And let's see if we can get that. Look at that color. That color is just outstanding on this. There's no damage on it. And these are actually harder to find than the next one I'm going to be bringing up. I've sold these upwards of $40 to $50. I'll be letting this one go for $30. Let's see if we can get the base on here. Beautiful blue color. Really nice color. So again, $30 on the Salades. Next up we have, so we go from New York to back to Pennsylvania here. It's really stained. It's going to be probably hard to say, but this is a Dr. Trager's Dead Shot. Sure death to all bugs, or all insects, I think it says, something like that. A little bit larger in size than the Salades. I'll put that next to it just so you can see like the size reference here. A little bit larger in size. No damage, just the interior staining. This does have a few nice bubbles in it. Dead Shot, sure death to all insects. It's non-poisonous and it won't stain, so it says Dr. Trager and Son, Scranton, PA. You don't know how much of that is true on any of it, right? It does have a nice color to it. You can see there. Lighter aqua, medium aqua. Here's the base. Again, no damage to it, just the staining. And the Tragers will put up for $20 plus shipping. And 2 more left. Here we go with the, I got some dirt on the table here. Here we have a really nice, fairly clean Paul Westphal Auxiliator for the hair. So it's like a hair tonic bottle from New York. It's got a really nice tombstone, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it a slug plate. But the panel is shaped like a tombstone. And Let's see what we can get here. Paul Westfall Auxiliator. For the hair, there's like a nice side view of the panels. There's the top. And this is a hinge mold too. Those of you who aren't familiar with mold styles, the hinge molds, what they do is they crisscross from one corner to the other on like a caddy corner. And then it would be two pieces of the mold and then on a hinge, and then they close up together. So the Paul Westfall we'll put up for $8 plus shipping. And last one for today is a Murray and Landman Florida water bottle. Druggists at Murray and Landman were druggists out of New York. Like I said, there's all kinds of Florida water bottles with different names on them. I don't know if Florida water was like a cologne or, you know, something like that, or aftershave or whatever. So it's another like hair or skincare product. And it's got a really nice tapered applied top on it. So this is a little bit earlier. Nice aquawash. Most of the ones I've been digging lately are clear, you know, machine made or very close to machine made. This is a little bit earlier. This is probably around 1880. And that's like the remnants of the tin that was wrapped around the neck, or then when they sealed it. Here you can see where it says Florida Water, Murray and Landman, Druggists, New York. And a couple nice bubbles in it as well. Let's see if I can get some of that color to show up. You can see it on the top. It does have a little nick here in the base. It looks like it was from a pot stone. Nice color to it. Alright, so we'll let that one go for $5 plus shipping. So, alright, so that pretty much covers everything I'm probably going to do today. And here's my information. And if anybody hasn't noticed yet, I am totally shutting down my eBay page. As of right now, anyway, I am not selling anything on eBay. Just love it when you sell something to someone that says, quote unquote, as is, with no warranty, that they can pull strings to try and screw you out of $700. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now with eBay and not putting anything else up. I have to, actually just did appeal the decision, so hopefully the appeal goes in my favor, but it's really keeping me leery of selling anything, especially anything over $100 on eBay ever again. So for now, it's another strong reason for me to do this format here and just to bring everything directly to you folks. And, you know, we'll take it from there and we'll see how it flies. All right, everybody. Please like and subscribe, share, leave a comment, and God bless, and we'll see you soon.